I come from Brussels, so a fairly big city, and I'm pretty flat, yes. And now in summer it's pretty hot there, so to come here in the mountains, it's really like a fresh wind in this very hot summer, and it's green and very beautiful. Well, I wanted to make a movie about extinction, and the idea that on the one hand we seem to create these extinctions, and then on the other hand there's this need in humans for this wild and natural world. And so I wanted to make a movie about this weird balance. And it was more the mammoths that brought me to Siberia. On online research, I found out about, well, I already knew about the extinction, but then scientist Semyon and his de-extinction efforts. And this is what brought me to Yakutia. And then through meeting a lot of local people, I found out about these reindeer. Reindeer is a very important animal for the people in Yakutia. And we were looking for an animal that was currently struggling. So we had the mammoths, which is a story in the past, and then the extinction is maybe a story of the future, but I wanted to see an animal that was now struggling. We always wonder, how are human beings contributing to these climate change, to extinction? But with my film, I actually wanted to see how does all these extinctions, how does it have an effect on our lives? Because with the three main characters of the film, the two brothers that go hunt, and then the scientist who goes to look for a mammoth, you see that they are a bit lost because they cannot fulfill their life goals. So that maybe these extinctions also have direct influences on our lives and our life paths. On a first level, they both go into the Yakutian wilderness to go look for this animal, and well, both a different animal. And then when they actually are confronted to these consequences of extinction, of climate change, they kind of have to, well, they cannot fulfill their life paths, and they have to be inventive to change that. And like the younger brother, he goes on a sort of rite of passage, and at the end he doesn't seem to be able to become this man, and so he has to be inventive and find another way. And just as a scientist, he keeps looking and looking, and where will he find his path? And maybe a lot of people say that it seems like the younger boy, that he's like the younger scientist. And well, I mean, they are both two different people, but I appreciate this interpretation a lot. With the fiction and documentary, I didn't want to create confusion in the audience. I more wanted to invite the audience to let go of this need to have a harsh distinction between fiction and documentary, because for me it doesn't exist. Every film, every documentary has a lot of fictional elements in it. There's always, a film is always a vision of somebody. Maybe when you have security images, there will not be a vision, but any other point, there's somebody looking, there's somebody making a cadrage, then there's somebody editing and choosing which kind of images he or she will use. So there's always this mix. And then from this idea, I wanted to embrace it to the fullest and say, okay, if that's the case, then I would like to work together with these characters and create a story together. All my films are about this relationship between a human and their humans and their environment. So it's something that comes back, and I think maybe the environment is very important and dominant in how you lead your life. You always have to position yourself to this environment, and I think that I choose certain characters or work with people who actively do something with that, who are like in in Holgut. Like with the scientist, we really leave his urban environment in his first scene to go into this natural and mythical world. And he more and more he gets totally immersed in this natural environment until he even almost disappears into it. And I think it's the same. It's the same for these brothers. So there's this emerging, almost becoming one with their environment.